Here.
I could plug it in right there, but 20% should be plenty.
Okay. And I am not suited to work in food and customer service. It wears me down quickly and
I'm
makes me
thinking
depressed.
lately that I'm not fit to work in customer service. My patience lately is running real thin.
Yeah. Well, that I love people. I love interacting with people. I love meeting people. But put in that environment, like the fast food environment, where people, they want things fast and they pay for things and they expect good service all the time. Like, there's no room to, like, be a human. Like, you can't have a bad day. You have to, like, always be smiling, which makes sense in a business. But I'd be a little too much of an individual for most of those companies, and I would be distracted constantly because I'd be thinking about making art. So pretty much every job I worked at, they told me I move too slow, or I don't have, like, the sense of urgency, because deep down I don't care like what I'm doing. Like, it's just for money, and it's not for very much money. It's basically like giving away tons of time that I could be spending doing something more important to me for, like, not very much money just to survive.
Man.
And it's sad because it's set up like that on purpose.
I feel
Maybe
you.
A little too deep of a conversation.
No, I feel you so much because all my time lately has been going. My free time has been going to the Art Life video blog and working 5 days a week, and then squeezing that in. I had no time to be working on my own art, my photography, or my painting.
Right. There's only so much time in a day. And if you work full-time, and most people have to just pay rent, which is crazy, you know, you shouldn't have to work that much. Full-time is literally full-time, like, that's your whole life.
Right.
Getting weekends off is like nothing, you know? And then people spend their weekends doing errands, like life stuff that they have to do that isn't work, but they still have to do it. So I think if you work full-time, you just come home, you're exhausted, you have, like, no free time. If you want to do anything exciting like this, you know, you spend a lot of time and energy on it. It's, like, insane that you interview someone once a day. Like, I think most people do something once a week that are working full-time. Like, that's really impressive.
I recently cut my availability down to 4 days a week, so now I have Saturday and Sunday to catch up on everything that I didn't do for the Art Life video blog in the previous week, and then Monday I'm trying to take completely to myself, besides the interview.
Right.
And
people need, like, just chill alone time, too.
Spend it in my dark room.
Yeah.
Because
it's intense. That's a lot of work.
But
yeah, I can do it, but I can't handle it emotionally for very long.
Yeah.
It really affects me in, like, a bad way. So, it was maybe, it wasn't last summer. It was like 2 years ago, I think. I was working at Starbucks. That was the last job I worked at. It was awful, and I quit. It was like the first job I quit, like, just straight without having another job. And I was living illegally out of an artist studio on the river. I hope the owner doesn't see this. He would be mad.
I don't know who the owner is, and I'm not
man.
not going to talk to him.
Okay. Anyways.
Tell me who he is, and then I'll just purposely not talk to him.
Okay, cool. I don't know his name, actually.
That guy.
Well, a friend hooked me up with an artist studio on the river, and I couldn't afford to live in a place and pay rent in an artist studio, and I felt like I really needed to be there. So I lived there for, like, a long time. And I was making a little bit of money off of my month, just enough to pay rent there and eat food. And I quit like a full-time job at Starbucks to do that, and it was, like, a huge change. It was pretty stressful. I didn't make a lot of money, and I make a little bit now, but it's not, like, it's not a ton. It's not, like, a comfortable living. Like, I have to try pretty hard to pull in money still.
No.
I'm working on it. But, it felt good to, like, just quit and be like, I'm serious about art now. Like, I have to take myself seriously, and then other people start taking it seriously, you know?
Right on.
I have to do it full-time, and I have to be forced to doing it full-time. Like, working part-time to pay rent would be easy, but it also wouldn't be worth it, because I would just be sad all the time, you know?
Man, you're really hitting me in the heart today. Like, I'm just like, I hate my job so much.
Oh, man.
It's okay.
I don't want you to hate your job.
I do hate my job a lot. I just came from there Fuck you guys.
Well, the problem is, you know, it's not really, like, so many people are in the same situation, and I want to, like, spread the word that it's difficult and it's scary, but you can be an entrepreneur.
I think that most of the general population is dead inside, so if they're wasting away their lives at a job, then that's okay, because we're not really...
That's true. Not a lot of people actually care. Like, they'll do that. Like, I've met so many people that work full-time, they go home, and they just, like, watch movies, play video games, and they hang out with their friends and get drunk, and like, that's it. You know, that's okay with them. And that's all they need. That's all they want. They don't want anything more.
Live to work, work to live.
And the only reason people like us are really upset all the time is because we actually care about life, and we want to make something of it, you know, and that's good. Like, that should be encouraged. Like,
I really believe that I can make a difference in the world, and I'm not able to do that working 40 hours a week.
Yeah, and that's, like, your life. Like, it's worth it to be scared and, like, make mistakes and put yourself out there and, like, maybe be broke for a while. It's so worth it, you know, because it's better than the alternative.
I really want to quit my job. I think about it every day.
I hang out with my friend Jay, and he's, like, studying to be, like, a doctor, like, really serious. He works, like, 10-hour days, and it's, like, a really high-paying kind of job. But he's really good at drawing too, and he complains, like, and every time I hang out with him, they're like, just like, quit your job and be an artist like me. Actually, my friend Ira, who's also a really good artist, and he was working this warehouse job that just made him miserable, and he would complain to me every time we hung out, and I was like, you just need to quit and at least take a break and look for a better job with better people, because, you know, even if you have to work a job, like, just take a break, because he was just working with people that were sexist and racist, like, really bad, unusual for Portland kind of people, like, people that shouldn't get away with just being themselves, you know, really mean people. I was like, dude, that's, like, not a good environment for you, and you're working full-time, and you'd just be worn down, and the only time he would, you know, draw, like, a lot and get really excited was when he hung out with me or, like, other artist buddies. I'm like, you just gotta do it. And he did it, by the way. He quit his job. I got him working at the sock factory with me during December when he was drawing. And it was really intense because we had to go through a lot of orders, but I think it helped him a lot.
How long did you take per drawing?
At the busiest time, we were only supposed to take 2 minutes per drawing. So, like, most of the time when I would do it, I have as much time as I want because there wouldn't be very many orders. But when it was super busy, I had to really get in the flow of going really, really, really fast, and I would just do, like, a cute cartoon animal. Sometimes do, like, the same thing over and over again. But I wanted to make it exciting still for the people who got it, so I tried to make it, like, jumping around or, you know, really exaggerated, because it really, like, brings joy to people to see something like that. I think that's really important for companies to do, is, like, to encourage that kind of creativity and personalization, because it makes a huge customer service difference. Like, people freak out about Sakatumi's customer service. Like, I got back a lot of good emails about, like, oh my gosh, like, this invoice had, like, a 90s trading card in it and a hand-drawn illustration by someone. Like, holy shit, I didn't know somebody, like, cared about me this much. Like, you seriously have someone working there that you just, like, draws on stuff all the time?
That's a lot of original artwork to go out. Like, that's stuff that people should keep as collectibles.
Yeah, I try to make it cool enough so that people want to keep it.
Do you plan on doing prints of your work at some point? Like,
yeah,
this would be a really easy set to do prints of and sell, like, prints as a set or a calendar if you did 12.
Yeah.
Calendar
I could make a calendar out of it. That's a good idea. That's another project I was going to work on, a mood calendar. Not to get too personal, but I have, like, kind of bipolar that, like, links in with my, like, kind of PMS. It, like, goes with my period hormones in waves. So I get, like, really manic and really depressed in a short period of time. So, like, twice a month maybe, I would go like this all the time, probably since early high school. So a long time, like, almost my whole, like, adult, like, having my own personality kind of life. It's extremely difficult to deal with. It's just crazy all the time. Like, it's the worst thing is it's hard to tell what I really feel, like what's me and what's just a chemical imbalance. Like me feeling really happy might just me feeling manic, or like me being sad might just it not be having anything to do with anything around me. It might just be my brain like messing me up. And I've been lucky enough to have art to like save me from all that. I'm getting off topic. I wanted to make a calendar for people who have mood swings, any kind of like emotional kind of weird chemical
Instabilities
disorder.